What's up, you guys? In this video, I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know about mastering how to maintain your box braids. It could be very strenuous and very confusing to know what to use, when to use it, how often to wash your hair, when not to wash your hair, how to keep it from frizzing, and I will go through all of that with you guys in this video. And make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video to learn my weekly hair regimen on how I maintain my box braids and how I'm able to get at least 2 months wear out of all of my box braids every time I do them. All the products that I'm going to use, I'll link it in the description and also give you guys the prices for your reference. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So before I get to the products and everything, the first piece of advice I'm going to give you guys when you have a protective style like box braids or twists or any kind of braids is to do not grease your hair with hair lotion. When you have these protective styles, your hair is locked up basically in the same position for however long you're going to keep this style in. And when you put hair lotion in your hair, it's just going to add to the buildup and it's going to affect the longevity of your braids in a very negative way. You're gonna get flakes and dandruff and everything. So every product that I'm gonna be showing you guys, they will be an oil. For any moisturizer, I'll only show you an oil. I'm not gonna be giving you guys any tips on hair lotion because that's one of the worst things you could do to your box braids is put hair lotion in it and let it sit there and build up over a period of time, and then you're gonna have a lot of dirt and build up in your hair. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is something that you'll only probably be using for like the first maybe week you have your box braids in. And it's this African Pride Braid Sheen spray. And this is the original one. I only use this the first couple days I have my braids because I know when you have braids in or when you first get them installed, it can be a little tight or your hair could be sore. And it's very uncomfortable to sleep like that and to just go throughout your day like that. So pick up this spray and I'll just show you guys. When I first did my box braids, I would just spray it. And this spray is very cool when it hits your scalp, so it's just going to help soothe any pain or discomfort you might have when you first get your box braids done. Now, like I said before, I'm only going to be showing you guys oils to moisturize your box braids. And these are the 3 oils that I use on a regular basis. On a daily basis, I'll usually like rotate between them when I want to moisturize my scalp. And the first one I'll show you guys, this is the tea tree oil. This you absolutely need. This, I think it's like $1 at something at Target. You could find these anywhere. Any little tea tree oil bottle like this is fine. But this tea tree oil is a antibacterial, and you want to keep as much dirt out of your hair as possible when you have it in these braids because it could be very easy for dirt to get trapped in there. After a while, when your hair's not out, it could have a lot of buildup and it could just be very damaging to your scalp. So only take a little bit of this. I usually just put it on my hands like this and moisturize my scalp with it just to get rid of any bacteria that might have been built up in there. And next, this is probably my favorite oil throughout my whole hair journey or whenever I have protective styles or anything, this Mega Growth oil. This I'll use on a daily basis. I'll do the same thing as a tea tree oil where I put it on my fingers and just massage it throughout my scalp. But I'll only do this once a day, like when I wake up in the morning, because I don't want to put too much product in my hair. I just want it to be clean and moisturized enough, but not moisturized to the point where the pores in my scalp are getting clogged. And this last oil I have is by ORS, and this is a Monoi oil. And this I will use on my scalp a couple of times a week. And as you can see, it has this little applicator on it, so you could just basically squeeze it inside of your scalp without getting it all over your hands and everything like that. And just adding something that has anti-breakage on it, it'll help you with your box braids when you take them out, because you don't want your hair to be brittle and start breaking off after you take your box braids out if you leave them in for a while. Next is wash day. Now you should be washing your box braids like once every week or every 2 weeks, depending on how much you have in your hair and how dirty your hair might feel at the time. And I would recommend any shampoo that has any kind of mint inside of it, because peppermint is just really refreshing. It stimulates your scalp and it'll just help you get all the dirt and everything out. This one is by Suave and it's the Rosemary and Mint. And like I said, I'll use this about once every 2 weeks just depending on how dirty my hair might feel or how much oil I've been putting in it and everything like that. So always get something with any kind of mint, because mint will help keep your scalp nice and clean, and it'll help you be able to keep your box braids in for a longer amount of time. As for conditioner, any conditioner that's anti-breakage would help, because when you're washing your box braids, it's not really washing your box braids. You should be aiming to wash the hair that's underneath the box braids, because when you take it out, you don't want any shedding. So this is an anti-breakage, the Monoi oil, the same oil that I had that was the anti-breakage formula. And I'll put this on my hair after I shampoo it. I don't usually deep condition my hair when it's in box braids, just because of everything else that I do. There's really no need to. So I'll put this in my hair and then leave it on for like 10 or 15 minutes depending, and then I will rinse it out. But any conditioner that has anti-breakage should be fine for that. Now, I know you guys are probably wondering, well, how after you wash your hair, because I know I've seen a lot of girls that avoid washing their box braids just for the simple fact that they don't want them to get frizzy. And to prevent that, I use this Dove Pure Dry Oil. Now this oil is a little bit on the expensive side. I think on Amazon it's like $11 or $12, but it will control all your frizz. Once you get out the shower and your hair is damp and you dry it with a towel, I usually put this on my hair before I hit it with the blow dryer, just to make sure that it's completely dry. But this oil will definitely help you with keeping that frizz down. And now I know a lot of you might not have time, because washing your box braids could take a little bit, or it could be a little strenuous. So I'm going to show you guys something that will kind of like prevent you from having to wash them as often, but it'll still help your scalp be completely clean. And first, this is the Cantu Root Rinse. This line by Cantu, I think they made this line specifically for braids or specifically for twists and locks, anything where your hair is going to be protected for a long period of time. But this is their root rinse, and this is made, it says it's made with apple cider vinegar, tea tree oil, and shea butter. Like I said, tea tree oil is an antibacterial, so that's great. And apple cider vinegar is great for washing box braids too, so this kind of kills two birds with one stone. So you don't have to wash your hair with pure apple cider vinegar. And it doesn't really smell like apple cider vinegar, which is good if you don't want your hair to, if you don't want to smell like apple cider vinegar, because it could be kind of strong. It smells more like peppermint and tea tree oil than anything else. But this, literally, you'll take the little nozzle and you'll put it in your scalp like this, massage it in, go in the shower and rinse it out. You don't have to lather, you don't have to do anything else in the shower but get it out. But this is really good at precisely getting each braid. Like you guys could see here, how the nozzle will fit in between my braids. So if you could do that all over your head, you'll probably get 99% of the dirt out of your hair that's maybe built up in there. And the next thing by the same line is their root relief. And this is good if you don't want to rinse your hair out, or maybe you don't want all of your box braids to get wet and you don't feel like going in the shower to wash your box braids. It serves the same purpose as the root rinse, except you don't have to rinse it out. So this, again, it's very cool. It comes out in the little nozzle like a little gel, and you'll basically take this like the nozzle I showed before, put it in between your scalp, get it in there and massage it in, and you won't have to rinse it out. And I've used this for a while, and after I use this, it feels the same as if you wash your hair with shampoo. So this will save you a lot of time and prevent you from having to literally wash your hair all the time. And the next thing by the same line, I ran out of it and threw the bottle away, but I'll put a picture of it probably right here. And it's the Sheen spray. Now this spray, it's like a leave-in conditioner kind of thing, but it's so cool and it makes your hair feel so soothed and relaxed and clean. And I'll usually use that after I use this, or even after I use this and rinse it out, just to take out the step of having to use a regular conditioner. Now I'm going to be taking you guys through how I personally use all of these products that I just showed you on a weekly basis, and basically what my box braid maintenance schedule will look like. I've been braiding my hair for a while now, and I feel like what I'm about to show you guys is time saving. It's not hard, it's easy to follow, and it'll definitely help you get a lot of wear out of your box braids. So when I first get my box braids done, since my hair is already washed and moisturized, I will only be focusing on doing sprays for about a week after I got my freshly done box braids. So for the first couple of days, I'll be using this Braid Sheen spray just to get rid of any discomfort and also moisturize my scalp while trying to have my head get used to the box braids themselves. And then on about the third day, I'm going to be focusing on any rejuvenating spray just to get some moisture in my hair, and I'll only use this about once or twice a day depending on how dry my hair might feel or anything like that. So for the first week after you get your box braids done, focus on sprays. Don't put hair lotion in your hair. You don't really need to put oil either because they're freshly done. So you want to focus on these sprays for about a week or a week and a half. Then after that week or week and a half, I'm going to start putting these oils in my hair. Now the only oils that I use on a daily basis are this and this. And this I will use in the morning when I wake up, when I just want my scalp to get moisturized before I have to do what I have to do. And then at night, before I go to bed, I will use a tea tree oil just to make sure no bacteria stays in my hair or anything like that. And then once every 2 or 3 days, I will put this anti-breakage Monoi oil inside of my scalp just to make sure that the hair under my box braid stays moisturized, it stays strong, and that'll also prevent it from breaking when I have to take these out. Now I wash my whole box braids with shampoo and conditioner once every 2 weeks, and that's where I will take this peppermint shampoo and really get in there. I'll lather and rinse about 2 or 3 times, and that's good enough for me. I haven't seen a need to wash my box braids every week because of the other products that I do have to wash them quickly, but this will be something that I do every 2 weeks. I will lather this 3 times and rinse it, and then I will go in with this anti-breakage conditioner, again to serve the same purpose as the other Monoi oil, to make sure that the hair under my box braids will not break when I have to take them out. So this I will leave in my hair for 10 to 15 minutes and then rinse it out. Then when it's time for drying, I will use this pure dry oil to prevent any frizz after I towel dry my hair and before I hit the blow dryer on my hair. Now every week on my box braids in my scalp, I will use either this, the root relief, or the root rinse. If it's the week after I wash my hair with shampoo and conditioner, I'll use this because the week prior I already got my hair wet. So I'll only be using this to just make sure my scalp stays fresh. And when it hits that second week, right before I wash my hair with shampoo, I'll use this root rinse just to ensure that everything stays build-up free and just clean. So just to sum everything up really quick for you guys, the first week and a half of your box braids, only focus on spray. Then after that week and a half period, you want to focus on oiling your hair, with one being a tea tree oil, one being an anti-breakage oil, and then another oil of your choice to just moisturize your hair. Use the tea tree oil and your favorite oil once a day, using this oil in the morning and the tea tree oil at night before you go to bed. And then once every 2 to 3 days, use this anti-breakage oil. Wash your box braids with shampoo and conditioner once every 2 weeks with a shampoo that has peppermint or mint inside of it, and a conditioner that is anti-breakage. And on your off weeks, when you're not shampooing and conditioning your hair, you want to rotate between these Cantu products. Right here, the root rinse, the root relief, or the root spray, depending on how dirty your hair might feel. And that is how to master maintaining your box braids. I hope all of my tips helped you. I will leave in the description the prices and the names of all the products that I use, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more hair, box braid based tutorials, and I also do makeup tutorials if you check out all my other playlists, and I will see you guys soon.